Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Corollary: if W1 and W2 are two subspaces of the vector space V over the field F, we have to prove that W1 plus W2, the sum of the subspaces W1 and W2, is which is obtained. This set is obtained from the sum of each element of W1 with each element of W2 is a subspace of the vector space V over the field F. Proof: let U and V be any two element of W1 and W2, then the element U can be obtained from the sum of the element of W1 and W2, and V can also be obtained from the sum of the element of W1 and W2, that is W1 and W3 are element W1, W2 and W4 are the element of W2, where W1 and W2 are subspaces of the vector space V. Now, if we can prove that the sum of the product of the element of W1 plus W2 with the scalar is an element of W1 plus W2, then we can decide that W1 plus W2 is a subspace of the vector space V over the field F. Now, for any scalar A and B, the sum of the product of the element of W1 plus W2 with AB is A multiplied by W1 plus W2 plus B multiplied by W3 plus W4 is equal to AU plus BV. After the rearrangement, W1 and W2 are the element, W1 and W3 are the element of W1, and W2 and W4 are the element of W2. Therefore, after the rearrangement, A W1 plus B W3 and B A multiplied by W2 plus B multiplied by W4, these are the element of W2. Now, the since W1 is a subspace of the vector space V over the field F, W1 and W3 are the element of W1, therefore the sum of the product of the element of the W1 with the field is an element of W1, and W2 is also a subspace of the vector space V over the field F, therefore the sum of the product of the element of W2 and the element of the field is again belong to W2, as W2 is a subspace of the vector space V. Now, the sum of the product of the element of W1 is denoted by W dash, which is an element of W1, and the sum of the product of the element of the W2 with the field is an element of W2 is denoted by W double dash. That is A W1 plus B W3 is equal to W dash plus B W2 plus B A W2 plus B W4 is equal to W double dash. Now, W1 is an element of W1 and W double dash is an element of W2. Therefore, the sum of these two elements is an element of W1 plus W2, which is equal to AU plus BV. This is denoted by W dash, and this W double dash is equal to AU plus BV. Now, that is AU plus BV is an element of W1 plus W2. Now, by a theorem we state that if U is a subset of the vector space V over the field F, and we select any two element of U such that the sum of the product of the element of U with the field is again belong to U, this subset U is called a subspace of the vector space V. Thus, as it is calculated that for any two element UV belong to W1 plus W2 and AB are any two scalar such that the sum of the product of the element of W1 plus W2 with the scalar is belong to W1 plus W2. Therefore, by the above theorem, we can decide that W1 plus W2 is a subspace of the vector space V over the field F.